Hey, if you've got a baby card to make and want to learn how to make this super cute baby chick baby card, then it's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm going to show you how to do it all out of shapes in Cricut Design Space, and it's really, really easy. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best of your Cricut machine and become your own designer. And today we're making this chick baby card with the stitch technique that we used last week. Now, if you didn't see last week's video, I made a flower with the stitch technique. I will drop the link to that in the video below. But today we're making this chick, and we're going to make it all out of shape. So there's not one single uploaded or Cricut Design Space image in here. It's all out of the free shapes bar. And it's really, really easy to do once you get your head around the formation of shape. And what I've done is I've combined that with a stitch technique, so we've got a super effective card, and I just love that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hop onto Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to show you how this is done. As we're making this completely out of shapes, we're going to start by getting our shapes. So we're going to get a square, a circle, a triangle. I think we're going to probably, another circle. We could have duplicated it, but they're the main shapes I want to work with. I'm going to grab an oval just in case. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to change the background to grey. To do that, head down to the bottom right hand corner, click on background and choose your colour. But I choose grey because that's just what I prefer. Now I'm going to grab the circle. That's going to be the head of your chick, bear with. And you're going to just flip your triangle round and pop that into position because that's going to be our beak. So once you're happy with the size of your beak, you're going to click on it and add an offset because a beak is more rounded, so we're just going to make it a bit more rounded. I'm now going to grab the oval, drag it into shape and just check I'm happy with the size, duplicate it, and then I'm going to just hover the duplicate over the top, change the colour so you can see, and I want to almost create a duck's back shape. So I'm just going to unlock it and squash it down a bit, angle it, and you just want to get that shape. You can add offsets and change it after, but you just want to start the process. So that's what I wanted. So I'm going to get the other bits out of the way now, just so that I can see that I'm happy with my shape. Remove the debris, and then we're going to start messing about with the shape. So we're going to click on it and go to the top and click unlock, that little padlock. And now you can start dragging it, and you can see that because your duck will have like a bit of a front chest that sticks out, so you can start dragging it till you get a bit of a duck shape. You want a bit of a dip in the back, and you want a bit of a bulging chest in the front. So I'm starting to get something I'm happy with now. So now I'm going to go up to edit, and I'm going to click the offset tool and add an offset. Now you can weld it all together, but you're going to add an offset anyway, so you might as well just add the offset and get rid of the debris. And you can see now that you're starting to build up a duck shape. And I just love how these shapes start to evolve. And they're really, really easy once you get your head around it. So we're going to just, that circle, we're going to put it to one side because we're going to use that for the eyeball. I'm going to unlock him or her because I still want to make it just a little bit chunkier and change the shape. Once I'm happy, I'm going to change that yellow. And that's going to be my base for my card, and you can just drag it around until you're happy with how it looks. And now we're going to add the stitching. So we're going to go up to edit, go to the offset tool, and we're going to drag it into a negative offset. Take it so that it goes in a bit, and then you're going to click apply or confirm or whatever it says. Then you're going to go on it and you're going to click on the image and click score. Drag it off of your duck, move the duck out of the way, and then you're going to scroll out on Design Space. So basically, when you scroll in, your dots are going to get smaller. When you scroll right out and make it tiny, they're going to get bigger. So what you're going to do now is you're going to screenshot it and re-upload it as a single layer. Now, I've already taken the back off this one, but we're going to do it again later in the video so you can see it again. So now, when I scroll back out now, I've added my screenshot, and that's going to go over the top. So all I've got to do is drag it so it fits just inside my duck. And the reason we've screenshot it is so that we can save it as a cut file and not as a score line. Now we're going to move it to one side, get our little circle for the eye, and we're going to slice it out. So position that so that it's just like in line with the beak. Then you're going to hover it back over under your score line, select all, and you're going to attach the file. What that's going to do is it's going to cut the duck shape, and then it's going to cut the score lines because they're attached together, so it will do it all in one place. So now we're going to make the outer square. So you'll see the whole process again. So we're going to just position our duck in the middle just so that we can start to get a bit of an idea of how the file is going to fit. The back is going to be the back square. We're going to put a score or a stitch line on that too. And first of all, we're going to just start to position and create an offset. So we're going to create an offset on the duck, but this time we're going to take it outwards because this is going to be a slight layered layer that's just going to be ever so slightly bigger, and I'm going to cut that in white glitter cardstock. I'm going to hide all the contours, and there it is. And the contours haven't hidden, so I'm going to have to go back in and do that again. If you don't click apply, it doesn't work, which drives me mad. Now I'm going to go to the colours and change that white, and that's just going to be a cut offset layer that's going to sit behind my duck. What we're going to do now is move that out of the way, and we're going to do the stitch process again. So I'm going to add an offset, take it into a minus, so bring it in so it sits just inside your square. And now I'm going to go up to the action tool, or where it says basic cut, and change this to score. And what that does is it changes it into a little score line. So if you have a scoring tool, then that's what you would use, but we want to cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just changing my background to a colour that I want to cut for my card. I like to visually see what my files are going to look like, so I might change that in a minute, but for now, yeah, I'm going to change it to pink. So whatever colours you want for your baby card, but just so I can see how it builds up. Now we're going to come back to our score line. We're going to move that dot out of the way, get rid of that. And as you zoom out and make it bigger, the score lines are going to get smaller. As you zoom in and make it smaller, they get bigger. It's crazy. So what you want to do is scroll in to make it really tiny and then screenshot it. Then you're going to go into upload it. It uploads with the back on, so just click to take that off and save it as a single layer. Once you've saved it as a single layer, it's going to come back into Design Space, not as a score line, but as a cut line. So when I hover that over my square, that's going to cut out. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that it fits in. You can select all and centralize it, whatever way you want to do it. And now I'm going to attach. Now again, by attaching, what I've done there is I have created a pattern almost so that it's going to cut the square, then it's going to cut the score lines. So I'm just going to hover my duck back over here, and then I can start to see how the card is going to look. So I'm going to just right click, send that to the back, and I'm not going to put legs on it because I want to draw those on, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little wing. So I'm going to grab a triangle, unlock it and drag it, and I'm going to go back to the offset tool and create an offset. And I just want to create like a chunky round wing. So that's the sort of shape I want, and that works. Now that's going to be yellow, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the offset tool and I'm going to add a negative offset. Now I didn't do mine exactly right here, so just make sure that you do really zoom in because that was so tiny. I think I should have made it bigger when I made the offset and then dragged it in small after, because I just think that's a bit too tiny. But that's something for next time. So what I've done there is I've screenshot it, re-uploaded it, and now I am attaching it so that that is going to exactly the same as the others, cut as a pattern. So a cut and then cut the little score lines in as well. They're not score lines, they're cut lines, because by screenshotting it and re-uploading it, we've made those lines into cut lines. Now we are ready to send to cut. So we're going to measure this to make sure that our card fits in. So I've got a scrap there that I'm going to use, which is going to be perfect. That needs to be, I think, probably 5 to fit in with that. So I'm going to make sure that my outside of my card is 5. Now what I've done here is I've changed my mind. So I measured my card and cut it out. You'll see that after, but I decided that I wanted the corners rounded. So I've gone back into the squares or into the shapes, and I've got myself a rounded square. And I have just detached the old square, the square edged square, deleted that but kept the score lines, and then I've popped the rounded square in and attached it just because I thought the result looked a lot better when it was rounded. So now you can send your project to cut. So I'm going to send it to cut, and I'm going to use heavy cardstock setting on more. I'm going to pop my card onto my mat. So I'm using a green mat. I always use the green mat and I use a braid to stick it down, especially with intricate cut, because it helps for the card to really stick well, and then you can peel it off after, which is easy to do as long as you don't bend your card. And it started by cutting out the little cutouts first, so that's really good, so that will work around, cut all those out and then cut out the external shape. And this is going to be the back of my card. So I've actually changed my colour card. I cut out the original pink and I didn't like it square, so that's when I went back into Design Space and I made it a rounded square. So it just means the corners are softer, which looks nicer on a card. While I was doing that, I changed it to a textured cardstock, which again I just think looked nicer on a card than a smooth cardstock. So we're going to start cutting this again. So I just think if you're giving it as a baby card, you want it to be the right texture and you want it to look how you want it to look. And being a very scrappy crafter, I do change projects sometimes halfway through, and that's all right. You can change if it's not working for you or serving you. And there you go. So I've cut it out again. So I did, when I cut my first layer, I actually cut it wrong anyway because the card was a little bit too small, but I cut it square. And this is a card I've previously made. I'll share the tutorial for that, and you can just see the difference. It's so much nicer with a rounded corner. So I've changed it and gone for a rounded corner. So because I'm using a green mat, I'm going to flip it like this, reverse weed it. And it comes off quite easily. Don't bend your mat in half, but just gently fold it. And there you go, that's come out really well. So we're all cut out now. So we've got our layers of our duck. This is the duck's wing. So that didn't cut out as well because they're tiny, tiny little holes. But all I'm going to do is go through and push them through. And you can see that actually if you go through the back, they are pushing through. But they were really, really small. So I think that's a note to self, that just make sure that your stitch holes are bigger, or spend the time like I am now just pushing them through, which they are pushing through fine. And you can see actually that the difference, they're a lot smaller, but then I suppose they need to be for the detail of the duck. But that's really cute. So I've got that, and I've got my background, I've got my glitter layer, and I've got my card. So we're now going to build it. I'm going to use sticky pads and layer it up because I just really want the layering effect. I'm not sure about the wing yet. I will decide about that after, but everything else we're going to layer up. I've got little bits everywhere. I'm just going to use the scissors and cut these down. And I much prefer the rounded corner. I think it makes such a big difference. It just looks better. I'm going to put one in the middle so the middle doesn't sink down. Make sure my card's the right way. And pop that on the middle of my card. So now we're going to start with the duck. So I'm going to build my duck first. So I'm going to put some sticky pads on the duck and then attach it to my glitter layer. I'm going to put a few because glitter cardstock is not always the best at sticking. And that's going to go on my duck. Now that's a slight offset, so we're just going to make sure we get that centrally. And I love how you can easily make a duck just from shapes. Now we've got a little duck wing, so it definitely hasn't cut as well as the rest of it, but it's more for the detail. So I think that needs to, I think it'll be too, oh, I don't know, let's have a try. Let's try it. I'll just pop one there. I think if we stick it at one end and let it taper down, that would work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it at this end, and at that end I'm going to maybe glue. And then I've cut a thinner bit that's going to fit just underneath my stitching. So as I say, I think I just need, if I made it again, I'd get this stitching wider. And I'd do that by scrolling in just a little bit more. that'll dry. And then we've got our little wing. And then we're going to attach our duck to our card. So again, I think I'll layer that again. And then what I'm going to do lastly is I'm just going to draw some little legs. I nearly did them in black and I thought no, it'll just make it look too harsh. But what I might just do with the black is pop in a little pupil in the eye. And there you go. Stitch, chick, baby card. And that's so cute, so easy to make in your Cricut and doesn't take long at all. And how did you find that? Isn't it easy and just so effective? I mean, you can make any shape with the shapes out of Cricut Design Space. There's so much you can do. But combine it with stitch effects, and you can see there that I've got 2 different sizes. It really does depend on how far you zoom in as to how big you get your stitches, and it's trial and error. So on my wing, they're not very big. They're really not big enough. I'd need to next time, or if I made this card again, get that zoomed in a bit more, but it's difficult with smaller images. But the more you do it and the more I do it, the better we'll get. So I will drop the link to this one below, but it really is very much the same concept. But when you're beginning at something, it's nice to watch all of the tutorials, isn't it? I know what I'm like. So anything you want to learn, let me know. Let me know how you get on in the comments. Please do tell me. Thank you so much for crafting along, and I will see you next time.